Thanks for tuning in. This is the Life of Mining, and let's check out week 126 of my mining payouts. Okay, so at the beginning of these payout videos, let's go over the date and time when I took these payouts. Today is September 12th of 2021, and it's about 8:40 p.m. US Eastern Time. And at the end of the month, I'll go over my electricity bill and my YouTube and Twitch profits as well. And as of right now, the price of Ethereum is at $3,395.18. The price of Monero is at $254.66. And the price of Chia is at $211.86. And as of right now, the current difficulty is at 9,056.548 terahashes. And checking out the block rewards, we're averaging around 2.1 to 2.2 ETH per block. Okay, so like previous weeks, I've been mining Ethereum, and I do average around 2.5 gigahashes mining Ethereum. I've been also mining Monero, and I do average around 14 kilahashes. And I've also been farming Chia, and I do have 782 plots. Now pulling my cell and checking out what I mined, I did mine around 0.4 Ethereum, equaling around $1,364.17, about 0.01 Monero, equaling around $2.57, and about 0.11 Chia, equaling around $23.33. So if I did sell everything as of today, I would have made $1,390.07. And if you did want to check out my GPU count, I do have a total of 75 GPUs and 1 CPU. My GPUs are mining Ethereum. My CPU is mining Monero. And I do have 782 plots farming Chia. And I do have 2 mining farms. Okay, so for this week's fun clip, I did find 2 bullish news clips on Bitcoin. So let's check this out.
Just to go back to yesterday and the fact that we saw this flash crash, if you will, in the price of Bitcoin about 24 hours ago. How are you thinking about that and analyzing that move? I mean, I've heard the theories floated about the possibility of a fat finger or forced selling, or El Salvador actually becoming the first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. How do you see a move like that?
It's a great question. Our view was that was a sell the news reaction to the El Salvador announcement. We knew that announcement was coming. It's a big day. It was dubbed Bitcoin Day on Twitter. And I think people built up bullish expectations around that day. It was a classic sell the move. I think it's a pause that refreshes. We're still in a bull trend. We have been for a while. It's been a very strong market. So I think it was a one-off event and just a sell the news event.
Yeah, and given the fact that you do assess and hold so many different types of cryptocurrencies, I mean, Bitcoin versus Ether versus everything else right now.
Well, there is a relentless bid in the market for Ethereum specifically and Ethereum competitors like Solana. You know, we run an index strategy which holds the full market, so we capture all of those. But I think a lot of investors have been excited about Bitcoin in years past and are realizing with the birth of NFTs, of DeFi, of DAOs, that there is more to crypto than just Bitcoin. And so they're looking to diversify their holdings. That's been a big theme for the past year, with Ethereum strongly outperforming Bitcoin and Solana and other Ethereum competitors doing even better.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, whether it's that really dramatic move in the price of Bitcoin yesterday that happened very quickly, or whether it is Senator Elizabeth Warren coming out and saying crypto is the new shadow bank, obviously more regulatory, I guess, potential oversight, if you will. We mentioned the SEC letter to Coinbase, too. I mean, there is more scrutiny. There are risks out there. So how does that speak to where we are, where this asset class is concerned, and how you, as an investor, as somebody who's overseeing investments for Bitwise, is navigating that?
That's a great question. The reality is that better regulation, clearer regulation will set crypto free. This is an industry that has shown it can make the financial system faster, fairer, and more efficient. It can move billions of dollars around the world in seconds for costs that are below $1. It is a better technology for money. And all we need to realize that full potential is clearer regulation. I think what you're seeing in the Coinbase news is some frustration with DC for doing regulation by litigation instead of working cooperatively with an industry with so much potential. But down the road, this is going to be good for crypto. If we can get clear regulations, clear guidance, crypto can fulfill its full potential and really, I think, reinvent core parts of the financial industry. The slower that regulatory clarity comes, the longer it will take. But still, the trend is positive. The trend is moving in the right direction.
So do you support Coinbase's CEO's decision to come publicly and sort of excoriate the SEC and call their behavior sketchy? Or do you think in a way that's just bringing more risk to that particular company?
Well, I think it's a brave statement, and I think the community needs to know that Coinbase is trying to do the right thing. They're trying to go to DC. They're trying to speak with regulators. Regulators should be talking with the crypto industry. This is a giant company. It's one of the largest financial institutions in the world. So I'm positive on it. It is very brave. I do think it will bring extra attention, but that's the kind of focus that we need to get the regulatory clarity that would unlock the next wave of crypto. So good for them. It's brave. I think it will be positive in the coming months, but I'm sure it's pretty tense at Coinbase these days, waiting to see how the SEC responds.
I've been following the Bitcoin story very closely, and this certainly is a new and interesting development. I do think that the significance is a little bit overplayed because it's not like El Salvador has dropped the US dollar as its peg, right? It's not like it switched from dollars as its currency peg to Bitcoin. It still has the dollar, and people can decide to be paid in dollars or pay in dollars. So this is a voluntary thing essentially, but it is, as you mentioned, the first real test of Bitcoin as a medium of exchange, as opposed to a store of value. And this is one of the issues with Bitcoin, is that its value proposition is that it's scarce, of course. It has a very powerful network as well, but it's decentralized, it's proof of work, and by definition, that makes it less scalable than, for instance, an Ethereum. And so this is a real test in terms of seeing maybe if there's a level 2 play here, whether it's Strike or something else. So it's an interesting chapter in the history of Bitcoin as what I think of it as an adolescent coming of age, much like gold was back in the 1970s, although it's in reverse, because gold went from being money to being an asset class in the 70s, and Bitcoin is kind of going from being an asset class to also being a currency or being money. And so we'll see how it unfolds, but I think the systemic significance is maybe a little hyped up.
Alright, so thanks for checking out this week's mining payout, and stay tuned for next week's as well. And shout out to this week's random comment winner. And if you did want to be featured, just write a comment below. And if you have any questions you want to ask me live, I do stream live on Twitch at twitch.tv/thelifeofminer every Sunday, 2:30 p.m. US Eastern Time. And if you do need any type of help, definitely join the Discord. I or someone knowledgeable will definitely help you out. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this video. Thumbs if you enjoyed it, sub if you're excited to see what's next. But of course, thanks for watching, and always, happy mining.
Thanks for watching The Life of a Miner. This is Gohan from Dragon Ball Z. You don't want me to get angry and turn Super Saiyan, so make sure you subscribe to The Life of a Miner. I'm also the narrator. Next time on The Life of a Miner.